He's a businessman dealing in coffee, travel, and real estate. He's a public speaker teaching others economic principles and the secrets of success. And though he'd never freely admit it, he's now a member of the media, rapidly becoming a favorite amongst Denver talk show personalities. He's Rod Smith, and despite all his recent accolades, most people still know him as one of the greatest Denver Broncos in franchise history. But through his new radio show, which airs live online each Wednesday at GoMileHigh.com, Broncos fans are getting to know the real Rod Smith. In this month's Mile High interview, I learned that for Smith, a Hall of Fame career is just the beginning.
You know, once you're gone, people kind of forget about you a little bit. But my thing is, people didn't get to know me, and I wanted to talk and be me, you know. And so, whatever you see on there, you hear on there, the curse words on there, that's me. That's who I am. Talking about my kids and talking about my family, talking about different business deals and trips, and talking about sports. You know, that's me. And I wanted people to get to know me, not the helmet and the shoulder pads.
And like you said, people knew you as a player. What's the feedback when people start to get to know you as a person?
You know, most people, the first thing they say is that I didn't know you were that funny. Right. You know, and I had my times and my joke moments, in football as well. But, that was business, man. And of course, I had so much fun. But I really wanted to show people me, I love to have fun. I love cutting my own grass. I know that's kind of weird, but when y'all leave, I'm cutting the grass. I love cutting my grass. And it's like stuff like that people don't know about me, I want them to know. Because especially when some people look at you as a role model, or some of them look at you as superheroes, and I'm like, I'm just a guy. I'm a regular guy, and I just worked hard with the opportunity I had.
As someone who got to cover you from the media standpoint, you always had a good relationship with the media. What's it like being on the other side of that equation?
One thing is I think I don't have to be reserved because I was in their shoes. And usually I only speak on stuff I know about. It's kind of weird because I didn't really like the media. I just wanted to play, I used to call it backyard football with a camera.
One of the topics that came up on the show, and I'm sure it comes up just in general conversation with guys being over there, kids that are interested in what you did or what you're doing now, is you in the Hall of Fame. Is that important to you?
Yes. You know what? It didn't used to be. And then I thought about it because it's not me going into the Hall of Fame. It's all the people that have ever supported me from when I was in Pop Warner on up. We all go. And then what changed my thought on that was when I got invited to John Elway going into the Hall of Fame. And I saw John get inducted into the Hall of Fame. I'm sitting there about 5-6 rows back with Sharp and Atwater. And I'm looking at these guys. I'm like, they're going in. Eddie Mack was there. I'm like, they're going. Why not you?
I once wrote this. I wrote, you were the most underappreciated Bronco in Broncos history, perhaps. And I say that because you played with some great players that got a ton of recognition. John, Terrell Davis, even Eddie Mack. And I know you guys are friends and great teammates, but to some extent, seemed like he was a crowd favorite. You were a little more of the quiet, workmanlike type. Do you ever feel that way then, and do you feel that way now?
Yeah, I did. Honestly, I did. And I read a book right now called The 360-Degree Leader. You can lead from the middle. You don't have to be in the front. And most people think you have to be the figurehead or in the front. Even when all those guys you just mentioned left, whose name was mentioned with the Broncos, it didn't bother me. Jake Plummer's name was mentioned. Clint Porter's name was mentioned. Jay Cutler's name was mentioned. And I'm playing with these guys, but I was the team captain. I didn't play for recognition. I played to win games. Now, that's one stat I am proud of. When I left the game, as a starter, had the highest winning percentage as a starting receiver and ever played the game. Ahead of Jerry Rice. That's a stat that someone told me right before I left the game. So that's what I'm proud of. When I stepped on the field, I wanted to win.
And whenever Smith stepped onto the field, he was indeed a winner. Smith's 103-51 record in regular and postseason play as a starter computes to a better winning percentage than Jerry Rice. But now, as Smith mentors younger players, he's concerned with more than just winning. He's trying to teach them about life after football.
This thing don't last. One day you got these on or you got those on. You don't have on cleats. So you got to think about life after football while you're in the moment. And I did that. And I guess because I didn't get drafted, I didn't have any money coming in. And I was always fearful of losing it.
The other day you went out to Joplin.
Just got back.
Yeah.
On Monday, me and my son.
What was kind of your inspiration to do that? What did you take away from it? What did you learn while you were out there?
I learned life is short. I mean, the city I knew and the city I spent 5 years at playing football. My son was born there. My daughter graduated high school there. Dude, it's not the same place. It'll never be the same. And to watch people lose so much in such a short period of time, it was devastating, man.
What was your message when you came back? Because I know you talked a little bit about it on the show, you tweeted a little bit. What was the one thing or the one message you try to convey to people that pay attention to you these days?
Life is short, man, and you got to go out there. You can't be out there living it for somebody else. But you're going to have your job, and you're going to do that, and some people love what they do, and I'm all for that, but most people don't. They do it because it provides a means to an end, and in your spare time, you got to work on you.
Rod Smith has certainly left his mark on the sport of professional football, but more importantly, he's far from finished making an impact on his community and those he touches on a daily basis. To read the entire interview with Rod Smith, pick up the July issue of Mile High Sports Magazine. Stay tuned and we'll catch up with a pair of Denver Sports Talk legends, Irv and Joe. This is Doug Ottewell and you're watching Mile High Sports TV.